So as you guys are aware, I'm a gamer. I play many kind of games ranging from FPS games, used to play mobile games, RPGs, JRPGs, ARPGs, other gacha games, you know it. So what I've been doing for the past year is something a lot of you guys probably expect, but at the same time, going by what I make for like the majority of my channel, you guys probably wouldn't expect as well too, and that's other gacha games. Now, as you guys can probably tell from the cover of this video and or watch my streams, I've been playing a lot of MiHoYo games, specifically Honkai Star Rail and recently Zenless Zone Zero. So why am I making this video? I want to talk about it a bit because I bash on these games. I used to bash on these games a lot, and to this very day, I still kind of do, mainly because of the gacha system. But the game as itself, after giving it some thought process and some gameplay time, sometimes it's not too bad. I think maybe Honkai Star Rail is a bit of a what do you call it? A controversial topic because how the end game is like super inflated and stuff like that. But ZZZ as of right now is not too bad. I haven't gotten to the end game yet, but we'll be getting there probably like I'd say in about 2 or 3 weeks. I'll give you guys the rundown then. But as of right now, it's not too bad. I'm making this video primarily to talk about just the gacha games as itself and the evolution of them, and what my feelings of these two that I've been playing recently has been composed of. As you guys know, I did quit Wuthering Waves on the anniversary month, which is like what I think it was May, so about 2-3 months ago. I did it because I got sick of the chores. It wasn't getting fun for me. Logging in every single day, doing like double echo runs, logging off, log back in, do events, do Tower of Ascension, do all the other weekly reset stuff. When I get to that point where I hold off until the very last minute to do like specific content that gives like gems or whatever, that's when I usually start getting bored of a game. As of right now, I play Girls Frontline 2. That's also has become a thing as well too. And I think I might drop Girls Frontline 2 in the near future. I'm not really sure. But as of right now though, I have like 500, nearly 500 polls that I'm saving up for a specific doll coming out. So I'm going to wait till that, see how I feel about it afterwards, and then I'll make my decision after that. So I'm going to tell you guys as of right now, compared to Honkai Star Rail and Zenless Zone Zero, Girls Frontline 2 and Wuthering Waves are much more free to play friendly and gives you much more rewards compared to those two games. Wuthering Waves gives slightly more compared to Zenless Zone Zero. I saw this on a Reddit post, like you see this like every now and then on the Gacha Gaming subreddit. It gives you slightly more compared to Zenless Zone Zero, significantly more compared to Honkai Star Rail, and the fact that from what I understand and from my personal experience, I never needed dupes in the game. But Honkai Star Rail is pushing that like you kind of want to have one dupe on a character, which kind of sucks, especially with the 50-50 system. And the weapon system in Wuthering Waves is 100%, which is very, very nice. The whole 75-25, I hate it. I always will hate it. The fact that you can lose on a weapon gacha really sucks. So 75-25, absolutely hate it. Wuthering Waves, you did a good job on that department. And Girls Frontline 2. This game in particular, they give you so many polls per month. It's insane. I think I get like 100 polls per month easily. Just like doing everything that I'm supposed to do, like my dailies, events, gun smoke, PvP, stuff like that. You get them so fast. It stacks up really, really fast, especially because in Girls Frontline 2, you don't really need that many limited characters because of how the gun smoke system works. Like Endgame, if you guys don't know, is technically gun smoke. You just borrow a guildmate that has a stacked out character and that'll carry most of your points for you, and you won't have to do anything else. And the standard banner is super cracked. Jing, I don't know. QJ, I was call her QJ. QJ and Tolo are very strong standard characters. And there's something I don't think many people have noticed, but out of all the 50-50 gacha games, I say Girls Frontline 2 has the best standard pulls because you get Golden Melody, a really good gun. You get Planeta, a very, very good AR gun. You get Tolo, a very, very good AR user. You get QJ, also a good AR user. And the other characters are well too, like the cat girl, I forgot her name, supports Klukai. Mosin is kind of like whatever. They plays is kind of whatever as well too, but you still get some niches in PvP or whatever. Like there's a good, like I say, 30 to 40% chance that you roll something good in Girls Frontline 2 on standard pulls, which is very very nice compared to like other games like HSR, terrible standard banner, ZZZ. The engines there are pretty good. Again, I don't know much of the characters in ZZ, and I know the gameplay itself is kind of like well, the end game is kind of balanced because it's based on skill, which is very very nice always. And Girls Frontline or no Wuthering Waves standard pull is basically just Varina. Like you get Varina, you're basically done with the standard pulls. Like Girls Frontline 2 is just significantly better in the standard pulls department compared to like every other game. So why does this make it so I feel like I want to quit Girls Frontline 2 probably like in a couple months. Wuthering Waves has been gone after a year now, and I'm picking up like a downgrade arguably for ZZZ and HSR, and that's because those games I technically just burnt out on. Like I'm just got into that phase where this end game loop is just chores, 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 chores. And as of right now, like in Honkai Star Rail, I also caught up in the story, and I'm just sitting there chilling, doing like um trace material farming, my simulated universes or whatever. And now it's just on maintenance mode until like new events and stuff come out. Like about a week or two ago, I was watching the whole scene. Like I was at my friend's place for a party, and I was watching the whole like 3.4 story for the HSR story, which is the recent one. And I was like, oh my god, this is so good. I'm actually like I'm super like enticed in the story. Like it was super super good compared to like most, like for a gotcha game that was actually peak story for me. That was like so good. I haven't seen a good story like that since like Blue Archive. Like it was so good for me. It was insane. And Zenless Zone Zero, another factor. I picked this up about a week ago. The gameplay is just so good. So when you have games like a good story, the auto battle is nice too. I think auto battle turn based like has to make a comeback. I feel like it kind of is making a comeback in some departments, but not like mainstream departments except HSR, because outside of HSR, whatever turn-based game is like super popular for Gacha, not too many. Like Grand Blue Fantasy hasn't been relevant for a while now. Like it's still popular, yeah, but like it's been declining. Like Side Games doesn't really care about that game anymore, and I consider that like one of the bigger turn-based games. Fake and Order, maybe. I'm not too sure about that either. So, yeah. And Zenless Zone Zero, like if I compare Zenless Zone Zero to like Wuthering Waves Combat, Zenless Zone Zero Combat is very flashy. I think if you know rotations and you know how to like play specific characters, it is super super fun. Whereas Wuthering Waves, I feel like they're more restrictive when it comes to like how they perform in like actual combat. Like it is flashy as well too with the parry system and all that jazz, but because it's open world, I feel like the animations are more restrictive versus like if you keep the characters in like a specific battlefield in like a dungeon crawling aspect, like the animations, the graphics, the hack and slash or whatever can be much more vibrant and more appealing to the eyes compared to like open world games. That's how I feel, because if we look at games like Tower of Fantasy, Genshin Impact, these kind of games kind of like don't stick out too much for combat. Like they're very outdated. Like these are like 2020 games, right? They're very outdated versus Wuthering Waves, which was a significant upgrade for like graphics for combat. And then ZZZ comes out, which is not an open world game, but the graphics and like the combat style is like very very good. Like I think as of right now, in terms of combat gameplay, I think ZZZ takes it. It's just super fluent if you have the right characters. It's so fun for that department. So as of right now though, these games, these gotcha games, right? Like you don't get that many pulls. I think ZZZ gives you like a decent amount. You get like probably like 80 or something per month. HSR you barely give like 70 or something. It's like ridiculous. Like they're so cheapskate about it. I hate it so much, but I still bought the monthly or whatever, so I kind of regret that. But ZZZ though, not too bad. And the thing about ZZZ Endgame is that it's very leeway about it, because you can like play a lot of characters and have it work out. Like there's 4-star clears out there for end game stuff because it's more skill based versus like how decked out that character is. Versus games like Honkai Star Rail, you can't really show off your skills in this kind of game because it's more turn based. Like there's a cap to how much damage you can put out on that character without the crit rate stuff involved, because of how turn-based system works. Like you min max stats, sure, but your damage is capped to a certain point. Versus say games like Wuthering Waves or Zenless Zone Zero, where if you do that little bit more damage output in this rotation correctly, you'll do much more damage. Like it's harder to gauge how much damage you can do, and it has a much higher damage ceiling compared to a turn-based game. So these kind of games, you can get away with getting just like one dupe and maybe one signature weapon, and you'll be fine with that. Versus like Honkai Star Rail, HP inflation. Okay, now characters need one dupe, two dupes. They need signature weapons. They need specific characters to work with this character. It sucks. Trust me, it sucks. I haven't gotten to like the true end game yet. Like I'm still not even like done with my like full mock clears and stuff yet. Like my account is like I made it since like the release date, but I haven't been playing it since recently until like 3 months ago. So like I'm getting to that stage now where like I can see the kind of investments I need in my character and like the characters have to pull for, right? Because I have the recent like good DPS characters like Caster Rice and the Herta, right? And they're very, very good. And I can't like if I were to like look at someone else and say like, all right, this guy pulled for like Jing Liu or something or Kafka, like this is they have a much more difficult time to work with unless they super invest into those characters. Whereas me, these characters, you need like one of them, maybe two of them, and then a weapon, you're good to go. So that kind of stuff sucks because as a free to play, you're basically given enough pulls per month for just 150-50. And if you lose that, you lose a month of a progress essentially. So that kind of sucks. So turn-based game is pretty good though. But yeah. HSR is just a weird, man. Like I've been playing it for a while now. Story, I enjoyed it. Well, not like the first part or whatever, but like the latter half of Amphorios, the Greece whatever continent area is pretty good. I have been enjoying that part a lot. My team has been finishing up. I've been enjoying much of the end game content, at least for now, before it becomes a chore for me. I've been enjoying that part for a bit because my characters are getting to that point where if you guys ever know team building and you guys finish a team and it's getting to that point where like you can see that power elevation start ramping up, the game becomes much more fun. Like for example, my team as of right now for HSR is like Caster Rice, Triby, Remembrance main character, and Hyacine. I don't have these characters like super jacked out signature weapons or anything, but as of right now, the gameplay, like you can feel how good they are with these characters. Like you feel all the synergy coming together with this one team, and it's so fun. I think it's unbelievably fun when we get that to happen. And ZZZ, for me, I had to re-roll an account. My first account, it rolled Soldier 11, and then I lost a 50-50 for Miyabi. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Soldier 11, but the gameplay it felt different. Like it's fun, but it's like different. And then the moment I got a Miyabi, the game just becomes like it becomes like a 6 out of a 10 or a 7 out of a 10 to a 9 out of a 10 because maybe it's just the inner weeb in me, but getting specific characters in that game just makes it so much more fun. Like the play style, the gameplay, the lights, the flashing, and all that slashes and stuff, it makes the game much more enjoyable. So like for me, ZZZ, what makes it like the game changer for like why I enjoy it is having those right characters and having that place like being able to play that play style that you always like to play in other games. Like I'm pretty sure everyone that watches like Devil May Cry stuff, they love Virgil, and they love that whole Virgil gameplay stuff. Like this isn't the first time you see a character based off of Virgil, right? We have many of those. Like Tower Fantasy has one, Genshin has one, Wuthering Waves probably has one too. I don't remember, but I think they have one probably. I gotta think about it for a bit. Well, you get that one echo, I guess, in Wuthering Waves, but yeah. ZZZ has one. Punishing Grey Raven has one. Like a lot of these games have that like Virgil-esque character. So everyone loves that kind of play style. And out of all the ones I've played so far, like ZZZ captured it the best with Miyabi. Like that play style is so fluent and so similar to Virgil. If you guys play Devil May Cry, you will enjoy ZZZ. I think one of the YouTubers out there, if you guys watch Don Gurry, who is a renowned Devil May Cry YouTuber, absolutely amazing content. He actually made videos for ZZZ playing as Miyabi, I believe. That's absolutely crazy. Like that just goes to show you like this game, if made correctly, can be similar to like games that people enjoy for like other franchises like Devil May Cry and some stuff like that. That's very, very cool. So that's a selling point for me. And don't get me wrong, I know a lot of you guys are thinking like, Kimo, stop glazing MiHoYo games or whatever. They're predatory and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm aware. 50-50 is a horrible system. I hate it. I talked about this in like a video like a month ago, whatever. I don't like the 50-50 system. Losing that 50-50 and losing a 1 month progression of like jades or gems farmed up sucks a lot. It really does suck a lot. To this very day, I still hate that. But if your luck goes over that boundaries and you get that one or two characters that you enjoy, or get that one team composition going on that's like quote unquote meta or super fun, it changes. It really does change. I still hate 50-50 losses. I truly do. But when you get that team composition going on, it's so fun for me. Like highest team, Castrice, Tribute, Remembrance main character. Super, super fun. My team has right now ZZZ, Yuzuha, Nicole, and Miyabi. Super, super fun. When you get those teams made and designed, the game becomes much more elevated and much more enjoyable. At least that's just how I see it. So much more fun compared to just, okay, we gotta slog through this. Because if you're just playing random team compositions and random characters, it's not enjoyable. At least I don't think so. Like when I'm sitting there doing tutorials, alright, I'm forced to use 4 stars for another like 10 to 15 hours before I can get my 50-50 in. Like that sucks. It really does suck. Like I remember the beginning of HSR, I was using characters like Welt or I don't know, like a small Hertza and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, it is pretty fun at first because it's the first day of the game, but it gets tiring like really, really fast. ZZZ, I love Ambi, Burger Girl, amazing, but she got boring for me too. Nicole I think is great because I like this little sucking vacuum stuff. It's very, very fun. Billy is also very fun as well too, but the team just doesn't like it. It's kind of weird. It doesn't like it. It's good, but it's not like super flashy. I think Billy's pretty flashy, but like Ambi is not like super, super flashy for gameplay. But when you get like Miyabi dashing, warping, slashing, dashing, AoE air slashes all over the place, when you have all these lights going around, it's so much more enjoyable. And I think that's the selling point for these kind of games. Is just gameplay is flashy, therefore people like it. They're gonna spend more money on it. That's just how I see it. So yeah, that's just my ramble for the past like month or so. I've been playing a lot of MiHoYo games. You guys can hate me. I don't blame you guys. My entire Discord calls me a Hoyo Glazer now. By the way, if you guys want to join my Discord, feel free. It's in the description of the video. Yeah, that's just me for the past month or two from now. Now, do I plan on making videos for MiHoYo games? I'm not really sure. I'm not an expert at these games. I'm terrible at Honkai Star Rail. I'm terrible at Zenless Zone Zero. Will I be successful in these games? Probably not. They're very mainstream games, especially from MiHoYo, so probably not going to happen, but who knows? Maybe I'll enjoy ZZZ or HSR a lot to the point where like, oh my god, I have to start making videos for these games because I enjoy it a lot. It could happen. Like Wuthering Waves, I got to that point, but now I was like, I'm not really feeling it because open worlds games are kind of like whatever for me if they don't have anything else going for it. So I'm like, whatever. Girls Frontline 2 was enjoyable at first, and now it's just like I log in, just like get my gems and log off. So yeah, but I'm hoping the gameplay loop for ZZ keeps me enjoyed. HSR, hopefully they add more events or whatever, so I can get some more stuff going on, build some teams to make the game much more enjoyable. So yeah, long video. Thank you guys for listening to me yap. Yeah, and you guys have questions or whatever, feel free to leave in the comments. Subscribe to my video as always. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace out.